All right, Peter. So since we missed 420, I guess 4 days ago now, you're going to be drinking beers.
2 days.
And
4 days from the drop.
4 days from when we're dropping
People
it
need to know the truth.
And, yeah, true. Well, I just sometimes I think the truth is overrated, and it's more like if you're listening, watching the pod, you want to know, like, oh, these guys could have just come out with this episode right now, today.
You never
know. You guys are watching this Saturday, April 24th, when this drops, listening to it. Congrats, this is day one. But we are going to be indulging in 420 activities. So if you can see here on the couch, have a tobacco pipe in my hand. And just sprinkled a little tobacco in it. So Peter, let's press the record button and let's start the whole damn thing, okay?
Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it.
Hit that.
What is up? Welcome to the Ted Jones World Podcast. I'm your host, Ted Jones, alongside
Peter Moran. You like what I did there? I threw you for a loop.
A soft Peter just took a large inhale of tobacco over here.
Yeah.
Peter, how are you, man?
Sometimes I
You
feel
good?
like the only reason weed settles me down is because it's the only time I remember to take a deep breath. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Interesting.
We
That was
got
a big one.
Yeah, thick clouds in the sky.
All right, I'm good, man. So, how are you, bro? How was your day? You were telling me it was a little bit stressful. Please elaborate.
No.
So you want to go to the fun stuff right away. You don't want to elaborate.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
People want to hear about my long working from home day.
Yeah,
Who cares,
I don't think they actually do. I guess we'll start off the top of the episode with not an ad, but it might as well be an ad just because I see this darn brand so much on IG. Bang Energy. Have you ever had this drink?
No, I'm not about that. But yeah, it's like it kind of blew up because of all the Instagram ads. So I guess good marketing on them.
I think that was like one of the first brands that I started to really notice, like either 2 or 3 years ago, where just all influencers were pushing it hard. You know, like now more so influencers are wearing like gym clothes and whatever it is, like a Fabletics, Fashion Nova, Gymshark, stuff like that. So I think Bang, in a way, could have been the first company to start really pushing their brand on influencers and just like giving them whatever little monthly stipends just to post X amount of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like if I had a startup, I would definitely go with like the heavy social media advertising. I think that's the way to go. But I see it in stores over here. I never see anyone drinking a Bang.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I actually
literally
agree with that.
never.
So I went to my favorite store today, Amazon Go, and they have like 5 different flavors of Bang. And I've never had it before. So I tried this cotton candy blast today. And by the way, it has almost nothing in it in terms of a nutritional label standpoint. Like obviously they have.
It's not FDA approved.
Well, it has 30 ingredients in it.
Okay.
You know, like whatever it may be. A bunch of foreign words on there that I didn't even know about.
Aspartame.
00000 whatever. Yeah, aspartame. I don't know if it had that. I didn't pay attention, but it likely does have that. Delicious, I thought. A lot of flavor. Good amount of creatine in it, so it was like a full energy drink, man. I recommend it to anyone trying it. At least that flavor.
Wow, you're just gonna give them free advertising?
Yeah,
on that? You just threw a free rec?
Unfortunately, I did. So hopefully, Bang University guys, send us a free case. We would just give you guys some clout.
Yeah,
It's not great. It's You don't have to try it. No, I'm reeling it back.
Okay. I was gonna try it just for the creatine. I just want to be dehydrated.
Oh, I felt definitely ready to go after I had it.
You know what? I used to take creatine back in the baseball days, and we would have like one day a year where we would do like a whole long, like super long practice, and we would have like this big competition. It was a lot of conditioning. And I would get the worst cramps ever, like seized up, like, and it happened every single year. The start of the year would come on, I'd put on weight, I'd take creatine, and then I'd deal with like some heavy cramps. So I'm not really a creatine guy.
Well, taking creatine every day, I think, is different though than just taking it one time.
That's probably irrelevant. It probably does nothing for you in that case.
I was taking creatine a good amount when I guess I was bulking up for like 2.5 months. I don't know if I really felt the effects of it mentally. I felt pretty good like throughout the time I was using it.
It helps you put on size, I think. That was my experience. But you know what? Who's to say? I was going to put on size anyway.
Yeah,
you know
you're looking good anyway, man. We've been talking the past couple episodes how you've been going to the gym, even though you're matching fully, and you're even matching with the beer that you're drinking right here on the couch. But yeah, man. So putting on carbs just as good as putting on any amount of size, right?
All I want to do is just eat whatever I want to eat whenever I want to eat.
Is that what you've been doing?
Not really, but I'll get there someday. Someday I get to the point where I can just slam fat meals like Michael Phelps.
I want to bring this up before it goes unnoticed and before you hopefully, don't forget, but before you could potentially forget. So, Peter, you've been talking a lot these past few episodes about your poker tournaments, your winnings, and everything great going on in your life. So I wanted to get in on the action. You simply said that if you shoot a Venmo over to I'm Peter Moran,
correct,
that we would get some sort of poker equity in a game.
Correct.
So I bit. I bite it. I bat. Whatever the past tense of bite it.
You bit.
I bit. So I sent over $40 to Peter Moran, presumably. What's the word there, bro?
Presumably.
This is the one that funny, man.
With.
I swear I graduated college. So presumably that is the word that I actually struggle with, and I'm also starting to feel the effects of the tobacco in my brain.
Yeah.
So presumably you would take $20 and I would take $20.
Uh-huh.
So what's the status of this poker tournament? What are we entering?
Two things to note. One, we got an investor. I have to imagine, listener. I'm gonna use the first name, Lizzie. I hope you don't mind me using your first name. She invested as well. Now, both of your investment and her investment, neither of them have been put to work yet. So, the status is I've yet to play that tournament. What it's going to be is that proportionate to whatever the cost of the tournament, I next have time to play in. Right? Say it's $100 tournament.
You think it'll probably be this weekend though? Like
probably
like a Saturday, Sunday, so today or tomorrow maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever the proportion of your investment is, that's the equity that I'll give you. And then the result of the tournament, if I make 2x my income, you'll make 2x. If I make 4x, you'll make 4x, etc. If I make nothing, you make nothing, which again,
said that, yeah, but that only happens 82% of the time.
29% of the time I cash.
Okay.
15% is the amount of the field that cashes. 29% is how often I cash. Now, here's another option that you can go with as well. And I open this up to whomever. Is I could just take like my bankroll and just give you say you give me $40 and I count that as 10% of my bankroll and I play with it for a week and we look at the week's return.
That might be a better way to do it.
That's a much low risk, low reward approach to it.
Okay, right. So you're saying if you potentially somebody puts in 10% of 1,000. Whatever puts in $100, you win 10,000. Then that person would 10x their money.
That math is wrong. 100x. 100x. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. So it's whatever like my returns are over that period of time.
This actually sounds like a good deal. Maybe better, so more so than gambling.
Yeah,
I'd say you're gambling, behind the scenes, but it seems like you have a better chance.
No, it's a very normal thing. A lot of like the professionals that you'll see like in major tournaments, they have investors, and it's much bigger buy-ins, and they have investors that are staking them. So they assume zero risk, right? Because their buy-in is fully paid for.
Yeah.
But they can still profit off their winning, and I think that's a great way to play. These are with $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 buy-ins.
Yeah.
For the most part, but also, people get bankrolled for like $10K and play with it for a summer and see what happens. So it's like precedented. But yeah, I'm hoping to make you and Lizzie and whoever else gets in on it, Peter-Moran-1. I'm hoping to get you some quiche.
Nice, beautiful, man. So today being Earth Day, are you taking any steps to make the Earth better and a more environmentally friendly state of Earth?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
No. Oh my God! So what do you think? What do you think you actually do on a day-to-day basis to talk more lightly? What do you think you do on a day-to-day basis to help the environment? What do you do to reduce your carbon footprint? If you can put a finger on it, Peter.
I don't take significant actionable steps aside from recycling. Like all the normal, like I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not. All the normal stuff, ride
straws, try and cut down on the plastic.
Yeah, I'll take reasonable. I'm not gonna take 1,000 napkins. I'm not gonna take a 40-minute shower. All that sort of thing.
Okay.
I take reasonable precautions and I bike around a lot more frequently now.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna save the world. Amazon and Google and Coca-Cola and they could save the world if they stopped producing so much, but it's not going to be the individual. And personally, I'm sick of them being like, yeah, if you just stop with that one cup, you know how much of a tiny fraction we are compared to them?
Yeah.
If you want to help save the earth, you need to attack the corporations.
You got to stop eating fish. Do you see this
You got to attack the corporations.
Seaspiracy yet?
I don't care about the fish. I'm not trying to save the water. I'm trying to save the land, dog.
No, dude, I know, but like that's a huge part. Is killing all these fish is really jamming us up.
It's not good. Anything on a mass level is bad, pretty much. For the environment.
Yeah, in general, and I think anything on a mass scale is bad.
Yeah, that's why
Well
I'm
said,
not
Peter.
getting any more weight.
So,
no more creatine.
Okay, was it freezing today or was it not on,
It was
on this
it was
year
horrible.
in Earth Day? Yeah, I don't know, man. I had to whip out the winter coat that I put away, no joke, 4 weeks ago. I've been wearing lighter coats or maybe 2 lighter coats. Today I just had to whip out the full big boy, and then I was fully underneath the big boy jacket with it. Equally as big of a jacket.
Can
so
I just-
2 large jackets. What are you
Can
going to
I
do?
just interrupt to say?
Can you tell I'm getting a little stoned?
Oh
over here or
no!
what?
You seem normal, but,
Oh, yeah?
but I can tell that paranoia is a part of your process now.
Right
you're
now?
stressed
Why?
About that because you're like, am I sounding weird?
Oh,
What's
no.
going on?
I know it's just like
keep
when
it
I'm
together,
stuttering
Ted.
and when I'm taking like a few seconds more than I think I should be
You
taking,
just
then
think,
I'm like,
you just think you're in slow mo.
right,
Should we
but
do
I'm not.
shrooms on the pod?
Actually, yeah, I'm down.
Okay, cool.
We should microdose though.
For Earth
I don't want to
Day.
like freak out.
Okay.
Because then like eventually we're gonna like forget we're recording. And then we just go outside.
Maybe
We're like, we should go take a lap.
Instagram
Just
live
leave
it.
that could be good. That could be a good move.
Yeah.
Vote yes or no if you guys are down.
Yeah.
Ted Jones
Someone-
World. I'm Peter Moran.
If you send anything
Yeah,
to
send
the pod,
shrooms.
Yeah, send it to the pod. We'll do it. Send anthrax.
Microdose.
I'm trying to save the earth.
That was a scary moment in time. I don't even. How did we even make anthrax? What was it, like fentanyl and cocaine mixed together? What
I don't know. It was a white
anthrax?
powder.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like that because I think if
No,
you
yeah,
touched
it
it, you
wasn't
could die.
actually, yeah.
It wasn't like
There was
ooh,
one that was sent to the White House. Who was president at the time?
I think Bush. I think it was.
Yeah, it was like 9/11-ish around there times.
Everyone was just. I was very young, but everyone was just like obsessed with terrorism after that. That was like all
Yeah.
anyone was talking about.
Like people weren't taking the subway for a few years because of the terrorism.
Yeah. Well, a dude who blew up the Times Square subway. You remember when that happened a couple years back? Like a pipe bomb in Times Square, and he killed a few people.
Yeah, he went to jail,
Yeah,
right?
today.
That's what you were saying.
Today, yeah, we had 2 nice convictions this week. Actually, Chauvin going to jail. Well, I mean, the sentencing hasn't happened yet, but found guilty. Now this guy's going to prison for life. And you know what? That's the other thing we're doing for the earth. We're locking up the bad dudes.
Yeah, the rotten fruits are finally falling from the tree, Peter.
Yeah, dog.
As they say.
You ever apply for the FBI?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I know that they. 1 second. I know that they immediately drug test you. And what are you talking about? You apply to be in the FBI?
I mean, I wasn't close.
No, but like, how old are you? What was your thought process?
It was just senior year of college, and I was like, what am I going to do with my life? And I was like, oh, FBI. I like watching a movie. I was like, oh, yeah. I should
you
be
watched
in the
like Men in
FBI.
Black?
And they're
Okay.
like, what's special about you? They're like, why? I mean, they didn't say that. I didn't get a reply. But you know what? Now,
What did you send him, a cold like Facebook DM?
There's some like open application, if I recall correctly. Yeah, you can just like, I mean, I'm sure they're accepting a tiny fraction, but yeah, anyone can just be like, yeah, sign me up.
Wait, like you said, you studied criminal justice or something. Are there internships at the FBI?
Probably. I mean, yeah, but I think they want excellent people. You know,
How does that mean though? Like they wanted your transcript to be all.
yeah, or like I just
Or
remember there
1B.
being like an MIT grad or something like that. They were big on the math. I don't really know why,
Right.
but they were
Okay.
big on the math. Well, I bet like cyber terrorism and things like that are like
Right,
a
and, like,
huge deal right
decoding
now.
stuff.
Yeah, if
Sure.
cybersecurity would probably be the best way to get into the effort. And not that I even care about it. If I were that good, listen to me. If I were that good at cybersecurity, I would use it for evil, I think. But maybe like Robin Hood evil. So not like illegal, but not morally bankrupt. You know? Steal from the rich and redistribute.
Right, to the poor. I think a guy did that once.
Yeah, it's been done. I think that'd be my vibe. I could, if you, no matter how much you're worth, I could definitely justify, not that it would be possible, but I could definitely justify stealing anyone's net worth down to $50 million, I think.
And keeping it for yourself or distributing?
Distributing, whatever. I mean,
50
who knows?
mil,
Maybe
though,
one.
man, that's a little light.
Once I touch that cash, I might just turn into one of them.
Yeah.
Say I take.
We might have to delete this episode after you're talking all this nonsense about the FBI stealing people's money to 50 mil. 50 mil is not enough, man.
50 mil is not enough.
Yes, people would bug out at you, bro.
That they're down to 50 mil.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they would try. Yeah.
I bet you if you took away 100 mil from Jeff Bezos, he'd be pretty upset with you, man. He'd be like, "How am I supposed to live on 95 bill?"
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Listen,
they're actually, bro. I mean, there's probably not a lifestyle change though from 200 to 100 bill. 100 mil to 200 bill.
100 mil to 200 bill?
100 bill to 200 bill, there's not a lifestyle change.
There's not a lifestyle change.
100 mil to 200 mil, there is a lifestyle change.
What's the lifestyle change?
In terms of to which one?
100 million to 200 million.
What's the lifestyle change?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, you can have a house that's twice as expensive. If you a 100 bill to 200 bill, you can have a house that's twice as expensive and it won't matter. Do you know what I mean? Let me tell you this.
Listen.
What?
Listen.
I was about to explain
you
myself.
You are never going to be a happy man. If you think...
I was explaining... I'm saying... I'm
right,
just saying that there is a large difference. You know, okay, let's say you have $100 billion. Or you have $200 billion. And you have the $400 million yacht. You have the $300 million in personal real estate. You have $700 million worth of assets. If you take away $100 billion, that's not going to mean anything. Or you double it's 1.4 bill. That doesn't really mean anything. But at the same token, if you take away 90% of that, or what's that math? I don't know, man. This cracking of the beer is distracting me. I'm just saying that a person can make an argument that there is a big difference between $100 million and $200 million to the point where you can't just take away $100 million, half of somebody's net worth, when they only have 200 mil.
Only.
Right.
You were going to be a sad man.
No, why, bro? I'm happy now. I don't have 200 bill.
Yeah, you're gonna chase that. You're gonna chase that money, and I'm just
chasing happiness, man. I got a tobacco pipe here. Yeah. You to the left.
I'm trying to
sipping a brew. What are you trying to get, bro?
I'm trying to get money. I'm with you.
We spoke about this actually not just 20 minutes ago.
I'm with you on that. But if you think there's a lifestyle difference between $100 billion and $200 billion...
I'm not saying that there is. I'm not saying that there is.
Okay, you were.
But then you completely missed my point. No, I didn't mean to say that. I meant between 100 mil and 200 mil, there's a lifestyle change.
I still think... No. Like, basically beyond 10 or 15 million, you do whatever you want, whenever you want, outside of outlandish expenditures. Beyond 100 million, you spend whatever you want on whatever you want, always, aside from infinite homes and yachts, basically.
Okay.
And then after like 500, if you go like 500 million plus, then we're talking about like buying businesses or whatever, but that's just a means to more money. So lifestyle doesn't change. Beyond $1 billion, listen, unless you were just collecting that money for the sake of like, I'm about to make a big philanthropic move, I just want a little more. Like there's a guy who has a ton of money in Bitcoin, like billions and billions and billions, who said when it gets to like 115K, he's going to cash it all out and he's going to buy the Hamptons and he's going to make like a...
Chamath pipe.
Yeah.
I know his name.
That I can respect. I can respect the sake of hoarding wealth for building more wealth for a philanthropic purpose later on.
Do you think he means that, by the way?
No. He might just be trying to get people off his back so
his
that... His
name is Chamath Palihapitiya. I don't want to butcher his name. Go ahead.
So maybe maybe that's complete BS and he's not actually going to do it. But that purpose, I'm like, okay, yeah, you need the wealth to build the wealth and you have a positive end goal with it. And if you give away that much money, I can respect you keeping a couple bills for yourself when it's like 2% of what you were worth.
Sure.
But anyone who is worth over $1 billion, even LeBron James is probably like edging on that, who is like one of the most respectable public figures there is, like an absolute great guy in pretty much every column of scrutiny. I still like, unless he's gonna do, like, you gotta get down to a lower number, or I just don't. I don't respect you. You're not a good guy. That's where I'm at.
Do you think that it's because they have all this money and they aren't sharing the wealth, as you could say, or that the way that they got there? Because nobody gets $1 billion, by being extremely charitable and having all these donations right away.
Well, even the way but this is why he's like the bare minimum, or not the bare minimum. He's like as close as it gets to being respectable while being that rich, is because like, He doesn't have a giant business where he's like leveraging slave labor in a foreign country.
Okay.
He's not taking advantage of employees. He's just, I mean, he is sponsored by companies that do that and getting paid by
You
companies.
could say Nike, maybe.
Right. So that's like a quasi, but like he's basically just, he didn't create Nike.
Yeah.
He didn't make those decisions. He's a huge name and he gets paid a ton of money to be this famous superstar
And
he is.
he
And
makes a
uses,
difference. He makes a difference.
He's done so much for Ohio.
Yes.
Like shout out LeBron James. I can't even really
Nice.
throw shame on your name. And I do believe because of what he's done that like ultimately his fortune will be used for good.
Yeah,
that
he has
is
a school.
Yeah, like that is someone who got really, really wealthy, and I have a ton of respect for. Most people, I mean, so yeah, him and maybe a few others can get to like $1 billion if he's even there at this point without like
He
doing
should be
something like
closer,
really
okay.
messed up. But keeping over $1 million, like, come on, dude,
Over $1 million. What do
over
you
$1 billion.
keep it
Come
over
on,
$1 billion?
come on. The threshold's a lot lower. Easier
Fair, man.
said for,
Yeah,
for those
easier
of us
said who-
scraping,
Yeah,
nickels
who
together.
don't
But
have
like,
$1 billion right now, man. Peter, so that was a lovely topic, man. You're on to your second beer, I see. So I'm not sure if you saw this bit in the news, but Natty Ice. Did you used to drink this when? No, you didn't drink this at college because you weren't allowed to drink at college because you went to a sober university.
Senior year.
Yeah, but you weren't allowed
my
to.
natties.
Like if
Yeah.
they knew that, they would revoke your diploma that you never got. So,
Yeah, sneaky
what do
natties.
you think about this new Natty Light Ice Pop? Have you heard of this? They're making an ice pop. So I don't even know what are they going to put like frozen beer in a tube?
Yeah, I think it's really dumb. Like imagine you're a popsicle and you're gonna finish that.
Yeah,
You're gonna finish that
in, like,
popsicle
one
and be
sitting.
one beer deep.
Yeah.
Like I think even if it tasted great, I think it's really dumb, and I doubt it does taste great.
This strikes me as like a move that an already winning business is trying to make to like have just as another of a success, like McDonald's
Yeah.
when they came out with like the McRib.
But people like the McRib, or maybe it's
they?
just a meme. Maybe it's just the
I
internet
think
likes
that
to
they
talk
could
about
have
it.
been bringing it back, but the idea of a McRib was just not ideal for a lot of people
Yeah, I've
who
never
were
tried it.
into the Big Mac and stuff. Like
Never
it wasn't
tried
like
it.
one in the same, a Big Mac and a McRib.
Well, yeah, ribs and burgers are usually different.
What is what are ribs from? They're not from pigs, right? Are they from cows?
I think they are pigs, maybe cows. Yeah, whatever. I don't
I'm
know.
not-
Throw some barbecue sauce on someone's body.
Yeah,
But
lich.
yeah, I'm not
So
against.
meat.
I'm not into the Natty Ice popsicle. I think that's stupid, ineffective way of drinking. But the White Claw Surge, like the 8% seltzer. Have you heard
they're-
about these guys?
They're pork baby back ribs. What?
Have you heard about the White Claws going up to 8%? They're
Yeah,
making
on like the alcohol amount?
yeah, they're making them almost twice as alcoholic, and they're doing the pints, the 16 ounces. So like you can grab a couple of those and really start getting ripped.
So is this a move to make it more so like, I don't know, like the old Four Loko, which is what everyone wants? They're actually calling it the Surge.
Yeah.
The new 16 ounce. I'm seeing this.
I respect that. The Surge is a cool name.
Yeah, and they got like a cool blue bottle for it.
Yeah. No, I saw one. They're already in stores. I haven't tried it yet, but I saw one. It looks dope.
Yeah, it actually does look good.
Blood
But
orange,
is it,
like that's a good breakfast beer.
yeah, but is it a branding move or what? Like, what's the point in doing this?
Well, I think yeah, it's good marketing because people are talking about it, but also like that's what I would get now. I'm a fairly high tolerance guy.
Well, because the older ones had 5. I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I mean, assuming it still tastes decent, I just prefer higher alcohol content no matter what. Like
I would too. To be honest, when I'm drinking, like I don't drink a glass of wine ever. I would
Yeah.
have like 4 glasses of wine, you know,
Right.
if I'm gonna drink. So I would think that I would pick this White Claw too, assuming it wasn't so much more expensive. Or
I'm trying to catch a buzz, dog.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I would just be trying to catch a buzz. So, bro, Twitter is comparing the new product line to an old favorite, the original Four Loko, as I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Interesting.
Were you still catching Four Lokos when you were in
Yeah,
college?
so
the
my
real one?
freshman year of college, like my roommate and I, we would have at least a Four Loko a weekend for sure, like usually 2 or 3. And when we had 1, like we were blacked out. If you had 1.5, like you wouldn't remember the night 100%.
Damn.
So every Four Loko that we bought, we'd keep the can. And since like our RA did like weekly checks, we kept all the cans that we drank during freshman year behind the TV. So we no joke by the end of freshman year had like 150 cans back there. And the first weekend I went home from college, I came back and my roommate like had an insane weekend drinking Four Loko. And the entire rug, no joke, the entire rug was just almost pitched red, like just a stark red from him vomiting the entire night. Four Loko all over the rug. It was like an $80 rug that I bought for this little college room. Had to replace it, and the room smelled like Four Loko for 2 weeks.
It's terrible, dude.
That was an insane alcohol, man.
It
only lasted a couple times. Like a couple years rather.
It was very brief.
If that.
I got one Four Loko, I think. One Four Loko career.
One like will get you fucked up.
Like
one and a
career,
half.
I had one.
Okay. What'd you think of it?
Wait,
the original one or the one that was like
the OG? I've had a couple of the later ones. It's
I haven't
just
had
like,
the later
it's
ones.
Too sweet.
Yeah, it just tastes crappy.
Yeah.
And you know it's not going to get you as messed up as the other ones would have.
Right. I wasn't even a drinker when I did it. It was like, in college when I wasn't. So I had like one. It was like Halloween. I went over to someone. They're like, hey, here's one. I drank it, came back, made out with the mirror. I was lit off
Damn.
one. I was trashed. I wasn't even like hanging out with people
Off that logo.
Yeah,
man. It was an interesting ass drink. So Peter, before we get to this listener email, we have that listener email today. I would just like to remind people to please come to the comedy show that I am performing at today, this Saturday, which is at 4 p.m. at the Broadway Comedy Club. You still have a chance to buy tickets, BroadwayComedyClub.com. The show is at 4 p.m., the Industry Room show, and you can use code word Jones for $10 off your ticket. I believe tickets are now $25, so $10 off of $25. Peter, this math I will be good at is $15. So please, guys, get your tickets. If you're listening right now on Saturday, you still have time, and I would love to see you there at 4 o'clock. Seriously, it would mean the world to me if I saw you. Thank you so much.
It's 20% off 20? Or
25.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
so it's $10 off of 25.
Nice. Yeah, dude, how are you feeling about it?
Good. I'm gonna be doing like 5 to 7 minutes on the show, so have a number of jokes lined up. And I'm feeling good. It's just the thing is, it's been a year.
Yeah.
So I think just the number one thing. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, but you just have started shows again after a year. I think the thing is just having a good amount of energy as soon as I get up there and being like not forgetting that sets really have to do a lot with how your energy is on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I did that room about 2 years ago, and it was actually the first of that sort of show that I did, and it was, I mean, my energy was not super high at the time, but the crowd was incredible. I had, it was my first best set, I should say. So I'm excited for you.
What do you mean that kind of show? What do you mean?
Like a
exposure
actually at a club. It was my first show at a club. I was only a few months in to comedy at the time. But yeah, I had a great time, great experience. Had a bunch of friends come out.
Whoa.
5 minutes, great set. I mean, yeah, no, it was like, yeah, it was it was one of the best nights of comedy, like in terms of just like enjoying the experience, like a blast. So yeah, go buy your tickets. Go out and see them.
Thank you,
guys.
man.
Comedy is back in New York.
Yeah, hell
I saw
yeah,
Chappelle last week. I've been up at Eastville a couple times in the last couple of weeks. Like it's coming back. New York is coming back. Comedy's coming back. Yeah, dog. Come catch these jokes.
Are you doing Eastville next Wednesday?
Yeah, I'll be Eastville next Wednesday.
And that's where is that? On Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I will likely come.
Yeah.
I would likely come to that for sure.
I'll be out there. Next week I'll also be in Stand Up New York for Comedy Mob the next 3 Saturdays around, early afternoon. So
nice. Well, you let us know about it on the pods to come.
Yeah.
So we don't forget.
Yeah, dog.
All right, everyone. But seriously, come Saturday. I guess you're listening to this now, 4 p.m. on Broadway.
That's right.
Comedy Club, 4 p.m. All right, Peter. Let's get to this listener email. And from what I've been told from you, this is a juicy one, Peter.
Oh, let me tell you, it actually kind of fits on theme.
It's on the
today.
bill. All right.
Hi, guys. I've listened to at least 10 episodes, and you guys have me laughing out loud while also thinking twice about the new world we live in. Damn, what a perfect combination compliment. Thank you. I have about $50K in my E-Trade account right now. I will steal from you. And the only 2 bills I have per month are my rent, $2,000, and my student loans, $500.
Wait. So the rent is $2,000 and the student loans are $500 a month. So
standard. Okay, so this guy lives in New
$2,500 a
York.
month.
He's paying $2,000 in rent. He lives in New York.
Yeah, the city for sure.
Yeah. I've been really good about saving my money the past 5 years, but to be honest, I'm impatient. I feel you. One of my friends put $200 into Doge in January as a joke and made $10,000 last week. I know Peter gambles a bunch, hell yeah, but what do you think the best way is to make quick and smart money? I know you guys are not financial advisors. Also, how invested in crypto are you guys? Thanks, bros. Tom, 23, Paramus. Listen, Tom, first of all,
Paramus, New Jersey.
Okay, Paramus,
Yes,
New Jersey.
got it.
Dude, you got, first of all, big flex. $50,000 in the E-Trade account. Dude's 23-year-old. Big flex.
Yeah.
I want to ask you
Yeah.
for financial advice when we're done here, to be honest. Quick and smart. I have to say that Ted approached me prior to this episode to flex on his investments lately. So
No, wait. What do you mean flex on my investments?
Like I know you've talked about before on the pod, like you're handling the cryptos well.
Yes.
Personally, theoretically, I am a finance guy. Technically, I do work in an investment bank.
Yeah.
And you'd think I should have some input here, but I really don't. I don't believe in sure things for anything in the market, even cryptos on a short-term basis.
And
I
it's
only
funny,
believe in holds.
And it's funny that like he's asking this question, being like he wants to make like quick and easy money. Like he's 23 years old and he already has $50,000.
Yeah, dude. You want to talk how quick and easy that is?
In your E-Trade, man, it sounds like you are well off. So I don't think you should fully worry about it.
Agreed.
But I mean, a thought that I have and a thought that I can share. Peter, before we got on the pod, I told you that I have made a good amount of money on my crypto this month. In particular, I've actually made 400% on the money that I've made in like the past 25 days. I've made 400%.
You made that 400%. Have you
I haven't sold.
You haven't?
No, yeah, so okay. I have not. So okay, you're right. So I haven't made 400%.
Well, no.
And also, I would be taxed 37% now and potentially 43% if Biden has his way. Am I right?
Well, that's why people are gonna ship it now.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not going to be instituted right away. That's why you'll see a dip on the proposal. People are going to dump it off now, pay the lower capital gains, and then people will get back in once it's official.
Yeah, well, okay, so basically, bro. I'm
not financial advice.
I'm up like 400%. So I think that crypto, I mean, if you ask me about crypto, I think that it's the wave of the future, and it's only up towards here. Now, while we're going to see fluctuations in the charts and stuff, I mean, ultimately it's still going on an upward scale. It's obviously all kind of new, but I think we've seen enough in the market to realize that this is going to be the way of the future, man. That's just what I'm saying, but I'm not a financial advisor, Peter.
Yeah. I think this. And I mean this very sincerely, actually.
Because also, can you speak to the point that like when you get Bitcoin at your poker tournaments, you cash it out to cash? But go ahead, keep speaking.
I cash it out to cash more because of the limitations I have, because I work in an investment bank and like legal and compliance limitations I have. I don't really believe in Bitcoin right now, other than like a long-term position, if we're being honest.
Is that what you were going to say before I interrupted you?
No, I just think, look, you're 23, and there is nothing better than starting young with your investment. You're 23, you have 50 grand. Baby. Just toss that in something. You're in a great position. Play it safe. I know you're impatient, but look,
nice.
You are going to really regret it if you try to take significant risks. This is coming from an avid gambler. A significant amount of money has been lost and won by me playing poker. And I think that if I had 50 grand at 23 and I tossed that in a casual investment, you can.
What are you talking about casual?
I'm talking like a Vanguard, like a robo fund, like
thing.
Yeah, I mean, just expect 4-7% a year.
4 to 7%.
Yeah, 4 to 7, 10 if you're lucky. But long term, let's just say 7. Let's say 7 on average a year for the next 10, 20 years. That's a huge amount of money. That's so much more money than if you started when you were 25 or 26. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes getting in early, and you have a great egg. I would not go fast. I'm telling you, as a very high-risk personality, to chill out. Like, you're in such a good position.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
It's not good enough to where you could, like, quit your job in 5 years. So that is like right off that possibility, that's stupid and impossible. Like that's like a 1% chance, but you being very wealthy and being in a great financial position for the rest of your life is very, very possible because of the position you're at. Like if it were like $250,000, it's like, okay, maybe you could do something crazy and you could get out of your job by the time you're 30, but you don't have quite that much money. And you also have too much money to where like,
well, I think you can mess around with some of it. I mean, if that's what you're looking to do, take 10% and put in some risky ass shit.
Yeah.
Who knows? Put it in like speculative cryptos.
Yeah.
Put it in cryptos that are at less than 20 cents right now. I don't know. But put in like $500 here, $500 there, and then maybe one will go 100x, and then you have made a good investment.
I'm on board with that. I think that's smart advice. A small portion to like significant investments. Whatever else you want, like people talk about real estate, like that's worth looking into, etc. But like you're in a position where you can chill out and you can always be financially well off, and that's an excellent opportunity. You should not take it for granted. Don't mess it up. You're in a great spot.
So to go to, I guess, one of the last parts of the question here, I guess Tom was asking what percentage you are in crypto, and I'll say that I'm at over 75% in crypto right now.
Nice.
My investments.
Yeah, I mean,
are you even allowed to talk about what percentage you are in crypto? Could you get in trouble for that?
I'm not gonna share my positions. But I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything crazy because I'm not allowed to.
You're not doing anything illegal, right?
I'm not doing anything crazy because I can't. But
okay,
listen,
Peter.
Tom.
Oh, yes.
Peter-Moran-1. Toss it on the poker fund, baby. We're all going to get rich.
Seriously, send your money over to Peter, Venmo. I'm Peter Moran. And Peter, we're not going to get out of here quite yet before asking you this. You have a date coming up, potentially. I don't know when, today or tomorrow, or maybe a couple days ago, depending on when you're listening to this. Are you excited? What are the characteristics that you're most looking forward to in this date that you have coming up?
I'm not excited. And
why aren't you excited?
2
beers deep. You look excited, bro.
It's really 4 if you include the before.
Okay.
Here's my plan. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna crush one more beverage.
Oh, you're going back. You're going back to your apartment after this. Okay.
I'm gonna crush one more.
So
I wouldn't roll up like this. I'm wearing sweatpants.
Right. Yeah, but you look good.
Thank you.
Maybe
I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
It's swaggy. You look like an olive.
I like that I have the opportunity to be whoever I want to be for like an hour or two. That's what I like about first dates.
But isn't that what you love? Yeah, but isn't that what you love about the pod too?
That's true, but we've been on the pod before. I can't fake it.
Yeah, right.
As much.
Right.
I could be whatever I want to be tonight. Yeah. That I like. As far as like meeting someone, falling in love.
Yeah.
I'm more confident in Tom turning his $50,000 into a lifetime into LeBron money in the next week than I am in finding true love with. No offense. I hope we have a great time.
So was this a person that you found on Hinge that likes string cheese or no? Was this a different girl?
Not a string cheeser. Just like
a string cheeser. You could be a string cheeser.
I mean, I'm selling her short. I mean, at the end of the day, like we exchanged a couple sentences and agreed to go out. Like who knows? It could be great.
I think we're all excited about this, and if you wouldn't mind, Peter, we should definitely kick off episode 128 talking about this lovely date that you had. And Peter, from myself and from everybody watching and listening, we wish you the best of luck. You have anything else to say before we sign off? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, listening. Rate, comment, subscribe. I just took a large rip of tobacco out of the water pipe, so I'm feeling a little bit thirsty. Need some water. Peter, anything else?
Peace.
Later.